Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
It's our privilege today. We have another country, Togo, from the African region, is also with us today. And rather than taking more on the time for these things, we would like to keep this session more interactive. So, with us on the dais from the South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce, our honorary treasurer, Sri Kiran Kumar is also with me. So, I request Sri Kiran Bhai to open the floor. Sir.
Thank you, Paresh bhai. First of all, my special welcome to our valuable guest for today, Mr. Yao Adam Akamado, Chart DFS, Mr. Maja Vayu Mandeliye, attached of the mission, and all our guests at this very special event, an interactive session and B2B meeting where we will be talking about economic and trade opportunities with Togo. I want to tell you something bilateral trade with Togo from India. Bilateral trade between India and Togo, US dollar 2.1 billion. In this trade, export to Togo, US dollar 613 million. India import from Togo, US 1.5 billion dollar. Like part of cashew nut 45%, cotton 20%, and phosphate 15%. This is a major product import from Togo. Now Indian diaspora in Togo 5700. Togo's economic growth rate in the last 5 year financial year, the Togo economy grew by 7.6%. This is very high and good economic growth. So now I warmly welcome again the both of our guests on today's and all of you for this session, and Chamber of Commerce from the today's session is about the AGCCI. So I will request to Mr. Paresh Bhai to tell something about AGCCI and our especially Mission 84. So Mr. Paresh Bhai, thank you very much.
Thank you, Kiran Bhai. My dear friends, since you all are majority from this Surat, and we no need any specific, introduction for the South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry is established way back in 1940. That too, we are right now celebrating 84th year of our establishment. The second thing, the South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce is the oldest apex body Chamber of Commerce in India. We are having more than 12,000 entrepreneurs, registered members who are with South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce directly, plus more than 150 associations. They are also part and parcels of South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So indirectly, I can say 2 lakh plus members who are interacting with South Gujarat Chamber on an average. One more figure on the part of South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce, if you look at, we are doing nearly 6 to 7 exhibitions per year, and this year we are conducting more than 12 exhibitions in our dome itself. Average out this kind of events, we are doing 300 per annum. You can say average per day per one event we are organizing for the entrepreneur development. So this is the South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce who is doing since last 84 years. Apart from that, the representation of any problems, any issues, any points to offer any our entrepreneur to either a state government or a central government, we are there to help them out. In terms of educations, in terms of their development, as I said, we are conducting this type of event, exhibitions and programs. Parallelly, we are also engaged into the CSR activity, wherein help or back to the society. That is the objective of the chamber, and through which we are doing one or some other event like during the COVID, we come out with, with various things to the government of Gujarat, and we have even started our own oxygen plant itself. We have already given our entire dome to the Gujarat government to use for the COVID purpose. So these are all the activity which even actually we as a Chamber of Commerce are doing. Same time, as I said, this is an 84th year of our establishment. Friends, the history of Surat itself says that in 15th and 17th century, from the port of Surat, nearly 84 plus countries' flag was hosted. International business, international trade was happening from this area. This year, since it is 84, and as I said, 84 countries' flag was hosted in Surat. Our this year visionary president, Mr. Ramesh Bagasia, has envisioned one point, and he said, why don't we reconnect all 84 countries to whom we were doing the business in the 15th and 17th century to this year as well. So, pop up with this that things. He has missed out one thing, and that is what is a special initiative for the South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce this year, and it is a Mission 84. So, in that Mission 84, as I said, just by visioning that okay, we would like to revamp all that countries once again and to do the business that way, the business cannot happen. That everyone knows it, and so reason we have to set up ecosystem. We have to educate our entrepreneur that how he can connect with the other countries, how he can sell his product or services to the respective country. What are the opportunity arises in that respective countries? So we as a chamber try to become a bridge between our entrepreneur and the respective country. We are doing many activities like calling the topmost authority of that respective country who is representing in India, like His Excellency today we are having. They will definitely going to give you that these are all the points, these are all the areas, these are all the products and services which our country needed. Which generally they are taking it from one or some other country. Why don't we from India? Why don't we from Gujarat or from Surat itself? So this way, the step one that we have taken in terms of the Mission 84. There are multiple points in the Mission 84 through which not only connecting that various countries, various ambassadors, various missions to our chamber, but apart from that, we are also we are engaging the various Chamber of Commerce across the globe with our Chamber of Commerce. We are also trying to identify those entrepreneurs who require any goods and services. They can raise their inquiries to our part, and we can definitely give them the services. And for that reason, we have established one Global Connect Mission 84 platform also. Friends, it would be definitely a very good privilege for all of you, those who are especially in Surat. It is my urge, I request each of you to get connected with the South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce in that terms. That the QR code through which you can enroll yourself, we already kept our standee outside this room as well. There is one definite process also that probably given it to each of you, through which you can understand what exactly the Mission 84 and how you can keep yourself or how you can relate with Chamber of Commerce. So these are all the things which generally South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce are doing for their entrepreneurs. So with this note, I am once again welcoming you all, and since today our valued guest from the top, His Excellency is with us, so it is our rituals, our traditions, irrespective as a chamber, irrespective as a suitcase, any guest who comes to us, we definitely have to have some kind of flower felicitations. So I request the dais to please come forward. We would like to give some memento to you, sir. I request Mr. Kiran Kumar. I know Kiran Pumaji is doing back to back, appointment, and very moment he has to rush to the
Chitrang,
airport.
Chitrang,
He will
abang
listen to Kenya people.
આવા જોઈએ સર આવા
Atul Bhai is the person
Paresh bhai,
who
તમે
is
બી આવો.
part of our core committee of Mission 84 and been an instrumental to bring all these people right from morning 8 o'clock and definitely handle them till tomorrow night, sir. Thank you, sir. I think if Kiran Bhai required, I mean, we are ready to give you that because I know that back to back you have to call the people of Kenya and the people are on the way. So any moment, whenever you feel it, you can definitely be a part of that. But thanks for being with us.
Right, right, right,
But
right,
before
right.
that, at least,
Please, sir.
thank you very much, sir. And now we are taking this forum forward. Friends, as I said, today we have His Excellency with us from the Togo, and they will say something about what are the opportunity arises. But we as an Indian always try to find out before we are meeting to someone else that what are the strength he carries. So, likewise, we have an expert, Mr. Amit Mulani ji, also with us, who have already done a very good exercise on the Togo as well. So, he will definitely tell you in our language rather that what are the opportunity in Togo's first, and then we'll definitely going to listen from His Excellency as well. Right. So, I request Sri Amit Mulani ji to please present about Togo, and by that time I request the dais to please come here so that you can be easily visualized. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and greetings to His Excellency Mr. Yavo Adam and Mr. Maza Buaul for being here with us. Myself Amit Mulani, and I am the owner of Atlantico International and Bharat Udan Mission. Today we have the officials from the Togo, and definitely when we are talking about any country, if we are not getting that what exactly the opportunities with respect to the bilateral trade, definitely we cannot find out a way to reach out the country or get the information or get the business from that country. So this is what our perspective, sir, for the Togo, what we are thinking, what we are as a business partner with Togo, and what is the future of the business with India. So guys, today this is the second session. I'm welcoming you all, and we have the country called Togo, which is also called the Togolese Republic, and it is a country of West Africa. Obviously in the map you can find it out that there are the positioning country around neighbor countries like Togo with Benin, Ghana, and then Burkina Faso, Nigeria, and etc. Let me just give you the idea about the country, and so we can identifying the potential inside the particular African countries. There are the 54 African countries, and Africa is one of the biggest continent in the world. And obviously, there are 54 countries, so we have the lots of opportunities over there. When I am saying the opportunities, which are the parameter where we are checking out the opportunities or it is positive for us. So let's find out something about the Africa. It is short transportation route than China. If you are seeing the map of the India and Africa, you will find out from our western coast, we can directly touch to the African countries. Right now, whatever the situation going on in the world, that we cannot directly route the ships from, we can say, intermediate parts, so we are routing through the African continents only. And that's what the opportunity we can touch to the Togo and near about countries also. If we are talking about the GDP, then definitely African countries have a highest growing GDP in the world, and the future is Africa, quite obvious what I am seeing. As they have the lots of natural resources, they are educating themselves, and but obvious they are now getting that what exactly going in the world. They are educating themselves by enrolling in the different world's universities where they are understanding the economies, and now they are enriched themselves in that level so they can run economy smoothly in the future. Abundant resources untapped, but obvious Africa is as a continent, it is a very huge. If you are seeing the opportunities about the unearthen productions or unearthen materials, then it is abundant. We can say that if you are borrowing the farming land worth 1,000 acre, and you can earn a crores within a 5 or 10 years, without fertilizing anything, you can grow a lots of product in their particular land. That's much arable land they have, and definitely in that case we have a lots of potential in African markets. There are several Indians who has 1,000 of acre jamins over there, and but obvious they are growing a lots of crop over there. They are exporting to the European countries and American countries, and they are on a lot. So it is a bilateral business or bilateral benefits to each country. If you are setting up into the Africa, you are exporting from the Africa, you are earning the dollars for Africa, and absolutely in that case you are getting a business from Africa. If we are talking about the highest growth of the population, then definitely right now the total population is around 160 crore, but ultimately by 2050 it is assuming that it will be reached by 250 crore. And if population will grow, opportunities will grow. As population get enriched, definitely opportunities will grow. Talking about the sustainable industrial growth, then definitely there are several African countries where you will find out a sustainable industrial growth with respect to the manufacturing. And yes, Africa is the future when I am talking about the manufacturing. Because now African countries giving the security to the industries, they are giving the facility to the industry, they are giving the labor source, and but obvious it is educated one, and which is showing that what kind of the collaboration we can do in future. If I am talking about the underdevelopment opportunity, then definitely Africa is one of the countries where we are finding out lots of underdeveloped opportunities. So what is the underdevelopment opportunities? I am talking precisely. See, underdevelopment opportunities means these are the countries where you can sell raw material, semi-finished and finished goods, everything. They require everything. If you have the finished good, you have a set market. If you have the semi-finished good, they are manufacturers. And if you have the raw materials, again they are one of the biggest manufacturer in the world in upcoming time. If you have the machinery, you can sell. So આપણા રસના જે સિસોડા આવે ને, રસના સિસોડા એનું બહુ મોટું માર્કેટ છે. પેલા ડીઝલથી ચાલે તે. Because petroleum they have, but electricity is a difficult one, no? So રસના સિસોડા વેચી વેચીને રાજકોટમાંથી કેટલાય કરોડપતિ થઈ ગયા. So we have to identify the opportunity. If you are identifying the opportunity, Africa is really a good market. And trust on the Indian integrity. Absolutely, we have always, we can say, set trust into the African market because we have the very good bilateral trade and bilateral relation. Our many Indians are in the ministry in Africa. And that's what we are. Actually, they are not giving this chance to the Chinese, but Indians are in the ministry. So we have the mutual trust. Like Indians, on Indians they have lots of trust because we are definitely teaching how to do the business or how can we grow, and in that way we are learning a lot from the African countries, and so it is a bilateral only. So this is what the beautiful opportunity was, that African will become a biggest trading partner with India in future. India's bilateral relation with the African countries, absolutely, if you are seeing the data, you will find out in the past 10 years we have almost get a growth more than 5 times, and that's what our relation with the African countries. So today we are talking about the particular African countries called Togo, and so let me just give you the idea about the Togo. Togo been independent in year 1960, Common language is mostly French, then Ewe and Kabaye, which is the indigenous language. Total area is 57,000 square kilometer. Population is around 90 lakh, where India is at 140 crore. Population growth is very good, it is 2.32%. And so we can say whatever the opportunities with us regarding to the labor, or we can say labor intensive industry is good. So market is bigger, becoming bigger, so we have the lots of opportunities in future. Sir, sui gaya kya? Religion, Christianity 42.3%, Muslim 14%, indigenous beliefs 36.9% and less than 1% Hindus and Jews. But obvious ज़्यादातर क्रिश्चियनिटी जो है वो इंग्लिश जानते हैं, तो हमारे लिए वैसे भी कम्युनिकेट करना इजी हो जाता है. सो वी हैव अ वेरी गुड पॉपुलेशन वेयर वी कैन कनेक्ट बाय द लोकल लैंग्वेज कॉल्ड इंग्लिश ऑल्सो. GDP is $20 billion, or where India is standing over there with $3.74 trillion. The per capita income is also good. It is $938.66 US. Because of the pandemic, it's slightly down, but they are getting, we can say, continuously enriching with the per capita income, where India has $2612.45. If we are talking about the climate condition, then the rainy season is typically occurs from the April to July, and while the dry season is from November to February. So little bit we can say dry. If neighbor countries we are talking, Ghana to the west, Benin to the east, Burkina Faso to the north, coded, या तो bonded by we can say this particular country. And currency is CFA franc. 1 CFA franc is equal to 0.14 INR, so the currency is slightly down than us. Population dividation, 44.2% are living in urban area and 55.8% are living in rural area. First, you just identify that where people are living and what kind of the basic facility they require to live. And this is not new for us, na? In 1970 or 1980, what we have faced already, that's what they are right now facing. So what kind of the opportunity with the basic products right now we are finding? You just identify those products and you will find out what kind of the big market in the future with us. Is that clear? Labor force, if we are talking, then by occupation 65.4% agricultural people are engaging in the agriculture, forestry and fishing. 17.2% industry and construction, 17.4% in trade and services. So again we have a very good all over population division where we can target those people who are with the agriculture and forestry. They require a number of products as a raw material, and we can find out the good opportunities over there. Even with the forestry, we are importing a lots of wood from the Togo, and that's what opportunities we are seeing over here. If we are talking about the Indian population, this is around 1,000, and but obvious it is a good diaspora for us to start the business. Literacy rate is 66.54, it is too good, and continuously increasing literacy rate. When I am talking about the arable land, because it is 48.72% of total land area, it is half. And there are several bare lands available to cropping if you are seeing the opportunity in this country. Absolutely. Once visit it, find out the, we can say, helping hand over there with the Indian Embassy, and you will find out the opportunities in that country. Coastal line, 560 kilometers, so they have the coastal line and beaches over there. And known for stunning coastal line, lush wildlife, national parks, vibrant markets, rich heritage, and a French colonial influence. So they have the very rich heritage in we can say, in the words of French colonial. So they have the very good old buildings and areas where you can find out the good opportunity to about the tourism also. Now these are the major cities with the population. The biggest city is the Lom with the population of 8,37,000. And Sokoto with 95,000, then Kara with 94,000, and these are the big 5 cities over there in Togo. If I am talking about the internet users, then particularly from the whole population, 31.3 lakh people are using the internet and been connected with the internet by 2023. It is stood at 35% of the total population. It is a good figure. They are increasing continuously. Social media users are 7,75,000. It is about this 8.7% of the population, but obvious most of people are living in the villages, so in that case ultimately they haven't that much sound social media connection, but in future it will be increased. And mobile connection, they have 61.5 lakh mobile cellular connections in 2023, and it is about 68.7%, so good and sound connectivity by the mobile. These are the main ports to the Togo. If you want to export to the Togo, they have the Lom, Kapeme, Aneo, and Haito. These are the different kind of the ports they have. And very sound port with all the effective facilities. If you want to export, if you want to import, absolutely you can use the Lom port, which is the main port of we can say Togo. Yeah, and definitely there are several bilateral we can say consignment we are dealing with India also. Now let me just give you the idea about the India's export to the country and what we are importing. So last year, as per the data, it is showing that we have exported worth of goods 48,510 crore, and out of them 43,000 crore was about minerals and fuels. If I am talking about the last 5-year data, it is continuously showing that the growth is continuous with more than 50%, and so Togo is one of the great partner to India. If I am talking about the import, even import is increasing continuously, and last year we have imported worth of 4,300 crores goods. And definitely it is showing it is a bilateral way, and this one is the Africa's biggest, one of the bilateral country we who doing the great business with India. Yes. If we are talking about the export rank, then Togo is at 23rd rank, where 100% whatever we are exporting. So it is one of the great country to be focused. Now let me just give you the idea about the positive growth commodities, like in which commodities we have seen a positive growth in the last year. 2020 to 23, if we are seeing the larger scale, then absolutely wood and articles of the wood we have exported last year about 16 lakh, and we got positive growth around 4,000 and more percentage. If you are seeing the railway and tramway, locomotive and etc., then we have exported worth of 20 lakh. This is sugar and sugar product. This is the one of the highest exported product. 159 crore worth of sugar we have exported last year, and it has a growth of 388%. From 32 crore to Sida 159 crore. Yeah? If we are talking about the another product, then definitely there is the positive growth here in the vehicles other than railway and tramway, like scooter, motor and etc. It has export worth of 27 crore, 128 crore. If we are talking about the salt and sulfur unearthen, then it is 115, it is 1 crore and 15 lakh. But highest growth, or we can say highest export been observed in, but obvious mineral fuels and mineral oils. So but obvious one of the largest importer from India, it is 43,570 crore. Almost we can say 90%. Okay. This is about the preparation of the cereals and product, or about 50 crore we have exported last year. And these are all the different kind of the products I have put it over here with the percentage wise growth in the positive manner, so you can identify the data. Now this is about the highest exported commodities in last year to the Togo, and it is showing that highest one is the minerals, but with highest we can say amount. The second one is the cereals. Cereals has export worth of 2,664 crore, one of the largest exported commodity to the Togo. If I am talking about the cotton, again it is a good market with a 273 crore. Man-made filament, it is about the kapda, 192 crore. Articles of the iron and steel, 177 crore. Nuclear reactor plants, 173 crore. Sugar, 159 crore. Plastic, again it is a good one, 129 crore. Vehicles and etc. If you are seeing this product, then here it is given that textile from 63 number sector, it is the finished goods, and 102 crore. So again, Togo is the good market when I am talking about the textile. And absolutely, in upcoming time, when Chinese competition will diminish, India will power in the textile export. And definitely, that's what the opportunity we are seeing with the African countries also, because they are also inviting us to manufacturing inside the countries, and so we can bilaterally get the business of it. If I am talking about the another product in pharmaceutical, again always at the top, it is at 676 crore in the Togo only. Man-made staple fiber, it has export worth of 52 crore. And so there are several, we can say, textile product export, like from 52 to 63. Every product has the opportunity. These are ceramic. So these are the different products. One more product I want to show you. See, this is saying that beverage in spirit and vinegar. This sector has a growth of 90%. Last year it was 24 crore and last year, and last year it was 46 crore. It is almost double. Because these are the countries where basic things been needed. And you people are a good manufacturer of it. If you are seeing the opportunities over there in the larger scale, absolutely you will find out the big opportunities. सोने का time तो बिल्कुल नहीं है, जागने का time है भाई. India is growing, India is moving faster. हाँ, अभी सो गए तो कैसे चलेगा? And this is what the data study we are seeing over here, that if you are digging the data properly, boss, the world is a huge market for us, and absolutely Togo is one of the great partners with us. Is that clear? So we are seeing all those product category where we are doing a larger export, and you will find out that ceramic products has also a very good opportunities with 61% growth, 34 crore. Miscellaneous edible preparations, preparation of the vegetable and fruits, an article of the apparel you just see, it was last year 23 crore. It is a 61, but in the 61 it's decline, in 63 it is incline, and so it is saying that if we have the good opportunity in stitching articles what we are exporting to the Togo. Yes. These are all the different kind of the products where coffee and tea we are exporting, cocoa product we are exporting, rubber and articles we are exporting, explosive and all those things which has a long opportunities. Where this one is the sector, cosmetic and perfumery. Again it has the growth increased by 53%. Last year we have exported worth of 9 crore perfumery and cosmetic. So but obvious, African countries are one of the great market for the cosmetic and perfumery products. So these are highest exported products what we are seeing. And now let me just give you the idea about the focus product in this particular country. Which are the products being focused, or we can say I have identified as a focus product in this country. बाकी सब focus ही है भाई, पूरा खाली market है. ठीक है, जैसे जैसे बढ़ेगा ना वैसे वैसे अपॉर्चुनिटी खड़ा होगा. अब बस अपने आप को एडुकेट करो, अपने आप को रेडी करो. आने वाले 10 सालों में ये सबसे बड़े पार्टनर होंगे. ये भी focus product if we are talking, then these are the 4 sectors I have taken. Articles of the iron and steel, article of the apparel, cereals and cotton. The exports since last 5 years we are seeing over here. Articles of the iron, last year it was 177 crore. Articles of the apparel is 23 crore. Cereals it is saying that 2664 crore. And cotton it is 273 crore. And everywhere you are finding the positive growth. See? And that's what showing the growth story of India with the Togo. It is saying that the articles of, we can say iron and steel with the chapter number 73, and last 5-year data showing that this is a continuously positive growth. Last year we have exported worth of 177 crore. It is iron and steel. Now let's see which are the exact 8-digit products inside, and this is what the 6-digit product. It is saying that tubes, pipes and hollow profile of the cast iron, which has the large export with 21 crore. You just see the growth of percentage. Huh? Earlier year it was 1000 and this year 21 crore. And that's what the growth we are seeing in that market. If you are your eyes with the product category now, the markets are too big. Opportunity किधर है? Opportunity किधर है? Opportunity data में. We have to identify that कि कौन सी opportunity हम यहाँ पे grab कर सकते हैं और उसमें क्या कर सकते हैं. बाकी एक product and एक market काफी होता है export में. तुमको मल्टीपल मार्केट देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, इतना अपॉर्चुनिटी डेफिनेटली होता है. एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी आर सीइंग ओवर हियर. इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट एंड अदर हाउसहोल्ड यूटेंसिल्स, सी द ग्रोथ 2 lakhs worth of export we have done. Last year it is 92 lakh, and this is what household of different kind of the steel and iron. It's saying that આપણા જે પેલા ચમચા ચમચીઓ હોય ને આ એની વાત છે. Is that clear? And most of case absolutely the peoples divided into the cities and villages. So they required kind of the normal products, and we are manufacturing a superior quality products when I am talking about these categories. If we are talking about the articles, then there are several articles about this particular iron and steel. Now let me just give you the idea. It is export growth of chapter number 61. 61 is about the apparels of the articles, and it is saying that last year we have exported worth of 23 crore. If you are cumulative all the chapters from 52 to 63, I think it is more than 200 crore. And these are the products. Part of the garments knitted and crocheted. It was exported last year 37 lakh, and garments of the cotton 2.75 lakh. Highest exported was of the t-shirt of cotton. Again you just see the growth. 115 crore में से सीधा 136 crore. Sorry, 11 crore में से 13 crore. It is t-shirt of the cotton. So it has a positive growth. Going to the second t-shirt etc. of the textile material again 4 crore 56 lakh. Again earlier it was little bit higher, but इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि downward जा रहा है, अगले साल और सब बढ़ सकता है. And these are all the products which are coming under the apparel. If we are talking about the 10th number chapter, it is showing that this is about the cereals, and last year export was 2664 crore. Let's see which are the products highly exported. The first one is the semi and wall milled rice, the biggest importer of rice. We can say 2651 crore is worth of rice. If we are talking about the broken rice, they are importing worth of 12 crore, and other millet is at about 15,000 etc. But highest exporting commodity is rice. Is that clear? And our government has allowed the broken rices, whole rices is not allowed. This is the chapter number 52 where we are talking about the cotton. Last year total import 273 crore, and these are all those products which been imported by the Togo. It is showing that cotton fabrics के अंदर अलग अलग जो length है वो, then other fabrics, dyed fabric, we can say cotton fabric with the 85% of weight cotton fabric with the different kind of the weaving conditions, and these are all the different kind of the products what we have exported. You can simply find it out that printed and plain fabric में cotton का बहुत बड़ा export है, because they are actually importing the printed fabrics, then they stitching it as per their requirement, and then they are selling it to the market. And but obvious, we are one of the largest manufacturers of dye fabrics in Surat. Yes or no? Yeah. So we have the lots of opportunities over there. What we are seeing, 224 crore, 12 crore, 9 crore, 8 crore, and almost you will find it out that we have a very good potential in this market. Slightly because of the economical condition, this is showing the negative growth because of the economic condition of the country only. Otherwise, this market is too good for us when we are talking about the Togo and bilateral trade. Let's find out world's export to Togo and opportunities for India. यहाँ पे right now we are talking about that which kind of the product in which chapter Togo is importing how much and what we exporting to them. Let me just give you the data about the second chapter. You just find out 3 number, it is fish and different kind of the product. We have the 6500 kilometer worth of sea line, and so we are producing a lots of fishes, lots of with a different kind of the, we can say, qualities. Here it is showing that last year Togo has imported a worth of 261 crore fish and aquatics products. Sorry, 303 crore. And India has exported nothing, and 100% opportunity to tap this market. And that kind of the products you can find it out over here where the market is 100%, 99%, 96%, or we can say 80% and etc. It is completely open market. You can enter to this market with the product quality what they required, and you can start your business. And that's what I have given for all the chapters. Even you check out the cereals, you'll find it out that we are the largest exporter in the world. So we have a very good bilateral trade. If we are finding the opportunity, then we can import a lot of product from the Togo. Yes or no? We have the good market over here because we are 144 crore. Is that clear? So it is not about the export only, it is about the import also. They have a lots of natural products. We can import it, and but obvious we can make a bilateral trade. If we are talking about the oil seeds and different kind of the product, then last year they have imported worth of 158 crore, जबकि हमने export किया था nothing. It is 18 lakh. And that's what the opportunity, what we are seeing with the Togo. Yes or no? These are all those chapter was. You just check it out. Sugar and confectionery, beverage product में आप देखो, last year इसका import था 288 करोड़, हमने export किया था 46 करोड़. It is 84% खाली market. You just check out the tobacco. They have imported worth of 68 crore. We have done nothing. बाकी तो बीड़ी तो अपने top बना हुए हैं. हाँ? This is the market actually. We can export them a lots of tobacco also because they are the largest producer in the world, highest producer in the world of tobacco. And in that way, ultimately, pharmaceutical product you can find it out. They are importing worth of 1087 crore. We are exporting to the 76 crore. 93% market is open. If you are seeing the data of fertilizers, again they are importing worth of 661 crore. We are the largest manufacturer of the fertilizers. We are finding the opportunities over there. Yes or no? And these are all those chapters. I have prepared this particular details over here. plastic product, article of the leather and pulp and etc. 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 Even we are talking about the soap and generally product, they are importing worth of 151 crore, we are exporting 1 crore. And we are the largest manufacturer of these products. Yes or no? And so these are particular product categories and data. If you are digging it properly, you will find out the beautiful opportunities in the different kind of the sector by little. Now let me just give you the idea about the India's import from the Togo. We have imported last year around 4,326 crore worth of goods, in which we have imported this kind of the product. The highest import was about the ground natural calcium phosphate. It is but obvious the natural product, so it is worth of 1,259 crore. The second is the soya beans. They have the superior quality soya beans in the world, and so we have imported worth of 991 crore. If I am talking about the natural calcium phosphates, then it is 600 crore. Cashew nuts, again we are importing a large one, 549 crore. So superior quality cashew nuts with a large size. If we are talking about the aluminium waste and scrap, again it is a good market, 171 crore. Teak wood, one of the biggest area to be focused, 167 crore. Superior quality teak wood with the, we can say, pulpy stems and etc. Superior quality. If we are talking about the waste scrap, again it is 82 crore. It is of the lead acids. Other waste scrap 65 crore. So lots of waste we are importing in India. So you have in again for the crude oil, it is 828 crore, and these are all the different products. If we are talking about the cocoa bean, again we are importing a lot, 7 crore 26 lakh. Right, last year we are starting it. Then again lead waste and scrap. ज़्यादातर waste हम import करते हैं उनसे, तो but obvious it has a good market. Polypropylene zinc waste scrap, again it is given that. So these are the general products which we are importing from Togo. But I think in the many sectors we can import a lot. But we have to identify the potential inside the different sector. If they have the kind of the product, then we can import it over here, because we people are industrialists first. We need a lots of raw materials from the world, and so we are importing it. If Togo can supply us, then it will be the bilateral business and bilateral profit to us. Okay? Now, what kind of the body will help you when you want to enter into the Togo market? Absolutely, this is the embassy in the Togo, Embassy of India, Lom. This is the address of them. This is the contact number, and this is the ambassador's email. So, what obvious you can connect them. You can talk with them, and whatever kind of help you require, you ask them. They will definitely help you with smiling face, because this is the obligation of Indian embassy. It is not like that कि आपको मदद करके कुछ ऋण बनाया. No. Government of India is saying that every Indian embassy has to help the exporters and importers wherever they want, and so that's the obligation. Yes or no? And so you can directly take the help of them. They will provide the data of the diaspora of Indian over there. You can connect them. Even Indian has their own, we can say, groups over there in the Togo. You just connect them and find out the mutual benefits of the opportunities. Is that clear? So boss, Kali, US and UK and Poland and Australia and New Zealand are not the only markets. Please keep in your mind, these are also a very huge market to be focused, and kind of the people with us today here, you can simply identify that they are so easy to access. We can say they are ready to give you the opportunity if you are bringing the opportunity your way. Yes or no? And I think we have to clap for the SGCCI in which way they are handling this session. Otherwise 2 दिन में 5 embassy को बुलाना ये कोई खाने का खेल नहीं होता. If we are talking about the free trade agreements of the Togo, then these are all the different free trade agreements of the Togo with the Armenia, Australia, Belarus, Canada, Chile and China. See, the biggest benefit to us is that most of African country has the free trade agreement with those countries who are developed. And what is the benefit of it? If you are set up the manufacturing unit in Togo, you can export the products to the developed countries like Australia and their countries, Australia and like Canada and etc. And you will get the duty-free benefits of export. And that's the opportunity we are seeing. If the country is stable, absolutely the opportunities are larger. And definitely strategic kind of the agreements they have. See, countries just check the countries: Japan, Korea, Kazakhstan, and Morocco, New Zealand, and etc. The countries. And there are several kind of the trade agreement will happen after 2000 only. And yes, ये दर्जा उनको क्यों दिया जाता है अफ्रीकन कंट्री को? क्योंकि ये लीस्ट डेवलप कंट्रीज में आते हैं. तो बट ऑब्वियस वो जल्दी से आगे बढ़े, अपने आप को ग्रो करें, इसलिए ये दर्जा उनको दिया जाता है. इसका सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट हमें मिल सकता है if you are strategically seeing the opportunities in African market.
इंडिया के साथ नहीं है फ्री ट्रेड.
Yeah, absolutely, we have, but kind of the free trade agreement where it is called the MFN, most favored nation. We are favoring the African countries to purchase anything else. And there is one example of it. Government of India and government of Mozambique has the bilateral treaty where we are saying that कि आप हमें तुवेर दाल भेजो, आपका जितना प्रोडक्शन होता है उतना हम सब उठा लेंगे, अगर कुछ बचा तो किसी और कंट्री को भेजो. Kind of the agreements we can do with the Togo also, where we are seeing a lots of opportunities in agricultural land also. Yes or no? Totally arable land and lots of opportunities, guys. Go with this country and find out the opportunities. Absolutely, Africa is the future for India, and India is absolutely the future for the world. Yes or no? Thank you so much. Thank you, sir, for your question. And yes, you can connect me for any kind of the questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit Bhai. Hope everyone has kept a note of that, what Amit Bhai has said, because sometimes it happens that very small informations, but it is very important one. Right? I have also noticed few of the things about the Togo, which is definitely, not so far I was aware of, and I am looking that as an opportunity, and definitely if I can be, make that and try to connect our entrepreneur with Togo, it would be our privilege as well. Friends, now His Excellency Mr. Yao is with us. So now I request Excellency you to please say about country Togo, what are the opportunities which right now today you bring it in your pocket. Our entrepreneur would like to see that. Run of it.
With a young and dynamic population, Togo is a country with unique assets and open to a market of more than 350 million inhabitants living in West Africa. Togo has a resilient economy that has proven its ability to deliver solid growth. The country's leadership is committed to concrete structural reforms for sustainable growth, with a Ministry of Investment Promotion and a dedicated agency to help investors settle and capture opportunities. In 2020, Togo was the top performer in Africa and the third top performer worldwide, according to the Doing Business ranking, thanks to the reforms undertaken in recent years to improve the business environment.
Dans ce sens, tous ces efforts-là accumulés ensemble et mis ensemble ont créé des synergies qui aujourd'hui, je pense, vont permettre au Togo de sortir de son épingle du jeu par rapport à des pays voisins.
Togo is the only country on the West African coast with a natural deep-water port with a draft of 16.6 meters. With state-of-the-art infrastructure and international standards, it serves the landlocked countries of the region and is the perfect gateway to the African sub-region. Togo has the highest proportion of arable land, with 48.7%, 3.8 million hectares of cultivable land area, and a climate favorable to agriculture. Togo also has forestry and mining resources, phosphate, limestone, etc. To achieve its ambitions, Togo is turning to structuring and modern projects. The newly launched industrial platform of Aditikope, PIA, constitutes an integrated industrial and logistics zone with tax benefits.
Our experience in Togo has been extremely positive so far. So what we found is that Togo, in terms of the logistics infrastructure, the port of Lomé, and the assistance of the government has been absolutely fantastic. So we chose Togo as one of the premier locations to use as a base for our operations in East Africa.
Togo now has the strategic infrastructure for hosting sensitive data. Inaugurated in 2021, the Lomé Data Center is Tier 3 certified, one of the highest levels of reliability in this sector. With a total cost of $22.7 million, this large-scale infrastructure aims at strengthening the country's digital transformation. Togo has successfully commissioned 2 major power plants to achieve its goal of providing access to electricity to all by 2030. The Gekele Efficient Power Thermal Power Plant, located in the port area, has an annual capacity of 532 gigawatts. The 50-megawatt Blita photovoltaic power plant, the largest in West Africa, will save more than 1 million tons of CO2 emissions over its lifetime.
On a vu une nette amélioration dans les parties portuaires, donc avec le port de containers qui est aussi le port le plus efficace sur la partie de l'Afrique de l'Ouest. On voit aussi les infrastructures en termes de fourniture énergétique qui sont nettement minorées, avec la centrale électrique et beaucoup de gros travaux qui sont dans la phase, je dirais, de planning d'exécution sur les travaux d'infrastructure, des travaux de développement, je dirais, de construction sociale. Voilà, je dirais que le Togo aujourd'hui, peut-être moi, je le perçois en secteur privé, je vois le Togo en fort développement, un Togo qui bouge, et je vois le Togo comme une terre d'opportunités qui va peut-être privé, peut-être que nous sommes.
Togo, a logistics hub. The road infrastructure has undergone significant modernization. Togo provides direct access to the main West and Central African cities within a few hours via the world-class Nasingbe Iyadama International Airport Hub, from which it's easy to connect with other continents. Port of Lomé, a leader in West Africa with more than 1.7 million containers handled in 2020, has connections with European ports within 7 days on average, with the United States in 13 days on direct links. The port, with its 16.5-meter draft, can accommodate the latest generation ships. The country provides attractive incentive schemes for investments.
Le Togo est un pays de paix. Nous avons une stabilité politique où vous avez la sécurité de vos biens et la sécurité des actifs. Il ne reste plus qu'aux potentiels investisseurs qui ont des envies de se développer à l'esprit, qui ont des envies d'attaquer de nouveaux marchés, de venir prospecter et de s'installer au Togo. Et comme je l'ai dit, le Togo, c'est un pays où il est facile de faire des affaires, où il est facile de s'installer. Également, nous avons mis en place des réformes agressives pour améliorer le climat des affaires. Aujourd'hui, vous pouvez créer une entreprise en 4 heures en ligne. Il y a tout un dispositif qui est là pour accompagner l'investisseur. Vous avez l'agence de promotion de l'investissement de la zone franche qui est là pour vous servir de porte d'entrée, d'interface, d'accueil, d'accompagnement, de renseignement pour pouvoir vous accompagner dans votre démarche d'investissement au Togo.
A free zone scheme for export-oriented companies, a tax relief scheme for investments as low as $100,000 in agriculture, industrial, commercial, artisanal, or service fields companies. Invest in Togo. Invest in a stable country.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to start to say that after the presentation of Mr. Amit, honestly, I don't know how to act. I will try just to put out 2 or 3 things, and maybe there is some repetition, but please forgive me. I also like to say, before starting, that when we were talking about the police women help, you mentioned the Embassy of India in the please add the Embassy of Togo or the High Commission of Togo in India. You are also here. Thank you. So, I will start by saying,
We cannot hear you, sir. Can you
I'm
speak
very
a
sorry.
louder?
Dear President of the Southern Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dear Member of the Chamber, Business, Investor, Friend of Togo, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to I want to express my sincere gratitude to the Southern Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry for inviting me at this important event. I would like also to congratulate you, say you, not the member of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for this ambitious initiative, SGCCI Global Connecting Mission 84.
Sir, if you can please. It's a question of minute. I would like to take that privilege to welcome our President, Mr. Ramesh Vagasia. Just few minutes before, sir, we were explaining what exactly the Mission 84 is to this forum, and I just narrated your name that this is the person who is visionary Mission 84 and give us some other vision to run after. Sir, thanks. Please.
Welcome, dear President. Sir. I was saying my sincere appreciation for this initiative and for inviting us, the High Commission of Togo, to this important event. So, as I was saying, this program Explore Africa, which is designed to connect Africa embassies and India businessmen. Thank you very much for that. Saying that, I would like to present, not to present, as before you think I was saying, Mr. Amit made a very good presentation, good, complete, so I don't know how to what to add, but I will try to go through what I have here. I don't want to go again about the geographical presentation. I just want to add that I want to talk about the cooperation between India and Togo. So Togo and India established diplomatic relation in 1980s, and that was the beginning of a fruitful South-South cooperation in many fields. In terms of business, Mr. Amit, I'm not very good at mathematics or those data. We present many data. I can just say in 2022, our bilateral trade volume between Togo and India was estimated to be 4,008.63 billion francs CFA. So it's around 6,588 million USD. And at that time, that was the third quarter of 2022. India was the first trader partner of Togo just last year. So there is around 1,000 Indian national in Togo. They are running business, supermarkets, hotel, manufacturing company. I can name Steel Group, Forti Group, Wasem Group, Ramco, CVS, and those things. And your businessmen in Togo are doing very well, and they are creating job to the country. And I was saying just now that we have a young population, and having young population is a challenge. So the government have first to train those young people and find a job for them. So the businessmen are helping the government to find job for our youth in Togo. So my government in 2022, we set up a roadmap, governmental roadmap for the period of 2020 to 2025 in order to improve the development of the country. This roadmap contains around 42 priority projects, around only 3 strategic areas. we are talking about strengthening social inclusion in peaceful country, boosting job creation based on our economic forces, building and modernize the country infrastructure and institution to attract more foreign investors. Togo offers several investment opportunities. We talked a lot about that one in various fields: agriculture, energy, water, financial service, housing, construction, and I just mentioned the education. Education is a very important sector for my country. And talking about the diaspora, Togolese in India is about 100 or 200. It's mainly students are sending to India. Then now the strategy is not only sending students abroad, we are sending our students to learn what we don't have in our country. Because we have very good universities. All these universities management when they come to my office, they say, your students are doing very good. So I used to tell them, we have very good university, we have very good education system in our country. So when we send only for those specialties.
So sorry to interrupt, but we cannot hear you properly. If you can increase the volume of the mic.
I will try.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry. પાછળ સંભળાય છે ને બરાબર?
ના માઇક પાસે લેવો. માઇક મોઢા પર.
It's okay. So I don't want to talk too much. I just want to mention why you guys will have to choose Togo, because you have all the data already. So I want to mention how you have to choose, because there is many countries in the world. You are partnering with many countries. So me, I'm just here to tell you why you have to come to Togo. The first thing is security and political stability of Togo. You know very well the challenges, the security, political issue in the world. I'm not here to teach anything. And especially in West Africa, we are facing big issue, political and security issue. I don't want to name any country. But you can notice that in the sub-region of West Africa, Togo is the one who is stable, secure, and for that one we can have a word with His Excellency Sandeep Kandor, the Indian ambassador in Lomé. We can wake up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and work. Everything is safe. So for that one, you have to choose Togo. Because for you guys, you in business, security is very important for you. If you go set up your business in some country and tomorrow there is a political issue, you have to run away. Even if you are abroad, you cannot come back to your business. So it's a very good point. Also, as you know, we have our ports, and the security is not only in the country, our, we call it Ocean, our sea. Our sea is very secure, and last year I went back to Lomé, and I was surprised of the number of vessel ships in the night in our ocean. So I asked one of my friends, what's going on? He told me no, all those ships are not coming only to Lomé. They are going maybe in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Benin, and because our sea is very secure, in the night time they come, they stay in the Lomé or Togo Sea, and in the beginning of the day they continue their journey. So security is very important. I also want to point out some reform, because our country is a reforming country with a big ambitions. We decided to transform our economy, and to this end many reforms are going on. This reform help, I think it was in the video, this reform helped the country to become the first top performer in all Africa in 2020. According to the World Bank Doing Business, we are the first top performer in Africa and the best third in entire world. And those reforms are continuing. I can also mention that there is a lot of, I know that businessmen we don't like administrative formalities. Like you want to set up your business, they go here, tomorrow go here, this paper is not ready. For that, my country, we have a single window for all the formality you have to do. Just go to that window or that service. It's the same place you got everything to start all the formality and your business or your company is set up. You don't want to go door to door. And not only in the same place, but only the time. Normally it takes 3 months to finish all those formalities. Today is only 1 to 3 days. Your company is created, set up, and you can start your company. So another thing is what Mr. Amit mentioned. We have many we are a member of many organizations. We have many trade agreements with many countries. That help you if you are in my country and you are doing business. You don't have to pay duty. It's duty free if you want to go to the 15 country of ECOWAS. If you want to go to the US with AGOA, and you know about AGOA, you have the same treaty with AU members, so you have many facilities. You have a new investment code also. This code also offer many advantages for businessmen. We are talking about electricity. You cannot run your business without electricity. Electricity, we are improving. The penetration of the country is around 60 to 70%, and we are going into renewable energy also. We have already 2 solar parks. We have hydro, so we don't need to care about energy. It's available. But it's not only energy is available, we have also a special rate for businessmen in some sectors, some areas like agriculture, manufacturing. You have special rate that if you come to Togo to set up your business in textile or agriculture, the rate need to police and buying the electricity, you pay less than what me am paying. So those kind of facility we are providing. I want to add that Togo itself is positioning the country like a hub. A hub, not only logistical hub, but financial hub. Our poor, we already talk about our poor. Our poor is our main resource because there is a lot of ports in West Africa. But we have the natural deep water ports. Côte d'Ivoire, what you call Ivory Coast, Benin, Ghana, they will tell you we have deep water ports. But ours is natural deep port, about 16.6 meter deep. So others, they cannot go to that level and they have to dig every year. We don't need this, so we can have all the vessels, the latest, the biggest. One more advantage of our port is we have many countries who we call the landlocked country, like Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali. Those countries do not have sea. So all their goods, they come through Togo port. So you can understand that if you are Togo, your products can go easily to all those countries. But I used to say Togo is a small country, about 8.5 or 0.8 million like Surat. But if you are thinking to do business in Togo, don't think about 8 million. Think about 350 million people in the West Africa, because we have a group of 15 countries in West Africa, and all those countries from Togo you can connect directly, and it's duty free. We have agreement on free movement of goods and people, so you don't have to pay it. About our port, we have our airport. Our airport is very modern airport. We have airline company based in Togo, the headquarters. So they call it Askai. With Askai, you can reach around 27 or more cities in the world. You can go to US, you can go to Europe, you can go to, I don't know, Brasilia, all those countries. But especially in Africa, this Askai go to all the countries is western and central part. And the owner, you can say, is in Portuguese, and they have association with Ethiopia Airlines. So if you are Togo, you have access to the port. The port, once again, is in the video. If, from Togo port, you can go in 7 days, you can reach European country. In 13 days, you can reach US. 29 days, you can reach China. So you have the ports, you have airports. The third hub is financial hub. We have many financial institutions in Togo. They are headquartered in Togo. I will start by mentioning EcoBank. EcoBank, I think, is the biggest private bank in Africa, and the owner is Togolese, so the headquarters is in Togo. We have the Bank of Development and Investment of ECOWAS. I just mentioned association of 15 countries. Their bank, the headquarters is in Togo. We have another regional bank called OAD. OAD is the bank of 8 countries in West Africa who are sharing the same currency, the franc CFA. And those 8 countries, their bank also is in Togo. So it's a place of a financial institution also. And businessmen will need financial institution, will need bank for your business. Our mineral resources, I don't want to come again. Phosphate. Our phosphate is our main mineral resource. In terms of quality, is the first one. Believe me, the first one in Africa. In terms of quantity, the volume is the third in Africa. So we have a lot of opportunity with phosphate. We have agriculture. Those are the main sector. Agriculture is 60 to 65% of Togolese are in agriculture. So you can see that is an important sector for my country. And let me focus on agriculture, and those are the main focus that the government want to work on now. Agriculture, as I said, is more than 60 or 65% of Togolese, and we want to mechanize our agriculture. So talking about what we can export from India, or what you guys can set up a plant in Togo in agriculture domain. and we want to mechanize our agriculture so we can start not only improve our crops or products, and also we want to start, that is the big challenge, we want to start the transformation of our crops in our country. We don't want to every time import crops from India, Russia, Ukraine. No, we want to start transforming our products in our country. The second thing is our mineral also, we want to start transformation because phosphates, as we know, phosphate lead to clinker and cement. Phosphate also lead to fertilizers. So if we have a good quality and big quality of phosphate, and with the new knowledge, the expertise of India, I think we can do something together. I don't want to go too much in detail. I want to mention also textile. Textile, we are producing cotton, but we are importing also. That's also the target for the government is we want to start making, transforming our cotton in Togo, and that one, thanks God, we already started. The first clothes and t-shirt made in Togo was shipped last October to US because with the agreement of AGOA, we have some partnership and we are shipping our clothes made in Togo to US. So those are the opportunities you can come and not only do your business, improve your revenue, but help also the government of Togo. So I want allow me to stop here. I will ask my colleague to talk about two things that will interest you. The first one is our visa process, because if you want to go to another country, you have to get your visa, and after the visa process, we will talk also about PIA. I think you saw in the video is a big platform, industrial platform, because the government wants to focus on the partnership with private sector. As you know, public we cannot do everything. Have to be a joint venture, government of Togo and the Arise Group. Arise Group, there is many India in that group, and they set up a big industrial platform, or we call platform of Agriculture, and it's a very, very good initiative. And we have one video on it, and we will explain more in detail. I will finish because I just talked about visa. I will finish by talking about the connectivity between India and Togo. You know very well Togo, but from here, if you want to reach Togo, it's very easy. From any big city of India, just to take Ethiopian line, it's the easiest one. You go to Addis Ababa, 6 hours. From Addis Ababa, you reach Lome in 5.5 hours. So very easy, less than 12 hours to Lome. The second way is Air France. From here, you can take Air France to Paris. I think it's 8 hours. From Paris to Lome is 5.5 hours also. So I will leave it here. My colleague will continue. I think you will see that video, the second video. After that, we will continue. Okay. Thank you so much.
અવાજ હવે પાછળ સુધી આવતો હતો ને પહેલે થોડી નહીં તો હું પછી બ્રીફ નોટ હું આપી દઈશ, પણ અગત્યનું છે આમનો વિડીયો જોયો પછી જે એમના જે એટેચી છે, હી ઇઝ ગોઈંગ ટુ સે સમથિંગ ઓન ધીસ પાર્ટ ઓફ વિઝા અને જે પણ વસ્તુ આ વસ્તુ પતે પછી એક થેન્ક્સ નોટ પછી તરત આપણે 10 મિનિટનો એક ચા અને એનો બ્રેક રાખીશું અને ત્યાર પછી તરત આપણે પાછા જોઈન થઈશું અલ્જેરિયા. Thank you. Now I request the attaché Mr. Maza to please say few words about this economy zone which right now we have seen. See, likewise, this economy zone, the entire Africa comprises of nearly 10 special economy zone, wherein all kind of manufacturing, lands and everything that is almost at peanut cost, or rather it is at free of cost you can say, compared to our country. At the same time, the few of the things which he told about the ECOWAS in the earlier speech of His Excellency, that economic community of the West Africa, right? So it's again a comprises of more than 14-15 countries, and they are having an internal bilateral trade through which you can do the business within from one country to another country without any paying of the cost. So this is again a leverage, and the more luminous word which he told, which is touched to my heart, that the population of Togo is just like a Surat. It's of 90 lakhs and we are 85. But they saying that don't consider that the population. Consider the population of 35 crore, that is within of 15 countries comprises of nearby to this Togo. So it is really very admiring word, sir. We acknowledge and extend our gratitude. Now it's turn Mr. Ateji.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, dear participants, once again, thank you for your presence to this important together. Once again, thanks the official of CSGCI for organizing this together. So I want, as for the time, I want to go quickly. Hello, I want to say a few words regarding the visa. As our government is eager, determined to make our country land of welcome and the prosperity and the secret for investors. some, as our Excellency mentioned, many reform is already done to facilitate investor, businessmen to come to our country. Now, how businessmen can come to our country, can travel. That's what I want to highlight here. It's about a visa. The past, we are not grant visa online. You just do it, just come to the office, document, passport, and so on, and you get a visa. Now it's not the same. So since I can say that just last year, exactly in June 2022, our government introduced online visa. It means that any traveler who want to come to our country must go on that platform. Just create first your ID email and your passport and your password, and that's all. Fill the form and you get the visa. On that platform also you can give information regarding the COVID test and so on. And that visa, our country offer 4 types of visa. It means that one is tourist visa, the second is immigration visa, the third is a professional visa, and the last one is Utas visa. That visa, if you submit, let's say, the processing of the visa application form, it not take too much time. I can say mostly 4 days working processing. Yeah, if you submit, for example, today, 3 days after you can get your visa. After that, if you fill the form, the first thing you receive a document travel. After receiving this document, you are going to give now information about visa, and you get now the entire visa on the paper. I don't have this here, but it's a few days you can get the visa. So now, as the time is we don't have too much time, let's say if you were on PR, as you already saw that one in our short video. The PR is what is as is mentioned is Aditogopy Industrial Platform. On that platform is already set up by Arise. I don't know if you are aware about Arise. Is to unlock the growth potential and promote the industrial growth of Togo, given the rising need of the economy. So this platform, as you saw on the short video, the Excellency also mentioned about our port. It's not far about. It's not far. It's mostly. It's closer. Let's say that it's closer to the deep port, to the pier. That platform you see many places that you can actually see industrial zone, port, and so on. So to conclude, let me say that you are welcome in our country. So if you need some information regarding the e-visa and so on, just contact the mission. We can help you. Even if you have some difficulties or some problem regarding the filling the form on this platform, just let us know. We can assist you. Thank you so much for your attention. We keep in touch. You are once again you are welcome. And try to seize this occasion to do something with our country. As the head of mission mentioned also, the relation between India and Togo is very, 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 very good. Excellent, I must say that. So as Mr. Ahmed mentioned, almost 1,000 Indian people is there. It means that we are together. That's all. Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Can I ask one question to the delegate?
Excuse me?
We'll keep it.
Hello. We'll definitely take this session. Thank you, Mr. Maya. It was really good listening to you. We'll definitely have a question answer session also. But I request, since the president is with us, so we'll take the question answer first. Okay. So we'll take the question answer one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Anshu Thakkar from Navsari, and I'm really thankful to LGC Surat Chamber of Commerce for inviting and organizing this program. Thank you, Komal Shah. I think he's not there. Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm really glad to see you guys over here because last year I was in Lomé. So I would like to tell my people here, because for Africa, since people are 90% people are thinking that Africa means just one country. It's a land of 54 country. આપણામાં ગુજરાતી કેટલા છે અહીંયા આગળ ગુજરાતીમાં તમે I will translate it into your language. Just let me tell about you guys. See, on this 54 country ની અંદર જે Togolese people છે, they are also very much friendly because I have been in Lomé last year for several weeks. અને મેં જે જોયું છે ત્યાં આગળ એકચ્યુઅલી તમારે ત્યાં આવીને બેસવું પડશે સેટ. અહીંયાથી આ ડેટા કે આવા કોઈ સેમિનારથી યુ આર નોટ ગોઈંગ ટુ ગેટ ધ એક્ઝેક્ટ વ્યૂ એન્ડ એક્ઝેક્ટ વિઝન. તમે ત્યાં આવીને તમારી ઓફિસ ખોલો, બેસો અને આરએનડી કરો. આફ્રિકા હેઝ ધ ફ્યુચર ઓનલી, એન્ડ બીકોઝ આપણી જે ટોટલ જીડીપી છે ઇન્ડિયાની એ ભલે 3.5 લાખ કરોડની હોય, ટોટલ આફ્રિકાના 54 દેશની જીડીપી મળીને ફક્ત અત્યારે 2.5 લાખ કરોડની છે. સો એનું જે રાઇઝિંગ છે, જો આફ્રિકા રાઇઝ કરશે ને તો India is going to become 30 trillion economy. I am telling you by 2030. So look, Africa policy must be there, and this and one great thing this gentleman has told us that the political situation which he try to point out to you. Without the good governance and good political stability and the safety, no businessman is going to go there and can survive and can come back with few dollars. So I'm really glad, and I just want to tell you guys have to come very aggressively, not in this way. These guys are તમને અવાજ નહીં સંભળાયો because you know why? What I have been in Africa since last 5 years, and I am just observing their mentality. So these guys are very, very soft, gentle. They never speak like us aggressively. Even they never fought with anybody else. And if you will see the Ghana, the neighboring country, actually Ghana is a part of Togo, if I am not wrong. Togo it looked like a small country, but no, actually it was a part of Ghana. Ghana then, it's a history. I'm not going, but just I want to tell you one thing, that Lomé has the full capacity, you note down my word, to become the next Dubai of West Africa. Lomé is the city which can, if your government and your federal, your what you call president will take little bit of wise step like the Dubai guys have taken. Lomé જે એરિયામાં છે, the Atlantic Ocean, you won't get the depth of the sea. Means 100 of containers load through sea right coming in front of your bungalow. That is the situation. So Dubai કેવી રીતે આગળ આવ્યું? Because of port free trade. અને આટલું ડેપ્થ છે કે તમારા ઘરની પાસે તમારું 100 ઓફ કન્ટેનર શિપ આવીને લોન્ચ થઈ ગયું છે અને તમે આરામથી બિઝનેસ જે છે. અને આ લોકોની પાસે જે એક્સેસિબિલિટી છે ઇન લેન્ડલોક કન્ટ્રી લાઈક ટુ માલી, નાઇજર એન્ડ ધીસ થિંગ્સ, all the goods travel from this Lomé only. So if your policy will be little bit of liberal more, I am telling you in next 10 to 15 years, the Lomé will be the next Dubai in West Africa. Number one. Number two, I want to ask you one question is that without banking infrastructure and a soft loan, no businessman in Gujarat especially is going to come and thrive there. We need clear-cut policy. We need a little bit of help from your banking sector. What kind of interest rate right now is there, and what your government is going to help us. If I was there to create some entrepreneur in your country. I was not there to create a job. I don't want to see you people as a job seeker. You guys are not born for the job. You guys are born for the entrepreneurs like us. So I have come with that project, but unfortunately I didn't find those kind of things where if I try to train your people, try to give them insight and vision that you start this business, so they might be need a loan, soft loan. So what kind of policy and these things your government is taking for this kind of things? Thank you very much. Thank you, Komal. Thank you very much for your activity.
Thank you so much, my friend. You become Togolese, and I count on you. You promote Togo together in India. Thank you so much. About your question, you are right. The rates, the loan is not very soft actually. I think it's about 6%, if I'm not wrong. But the government took this point, and now we are working with the bank. You know, bank is a private sector. We have some states bank that with those program of IMF and World Bank, they tell the government to privatize the bank. So I think now we have only one or two public bank. So banks are private, so we have to negotiate with them. We cannot impose our vision. So actually they are working. They have a regular consultation with the government. I think every month or every 2 weeks they met and they are in discussion. I think soon they will have an agreement to come down. We are thinking about 2 or 3%. That is what.
That's very high, sir.
Yes. Yeah, but you know we have to go step by step, step by step. Maybe there is more, but I don't know. For the loan, for the land also, land we go through a difficult situation. But as I'm talking to you now, my president appointed a new minister of we call it urbanism, and he is promoting actually this week. He's going through the country to promote the new legislation on the land. So all those things is to facilitate the foreign investor to come. And that platform, if you go to the platform of Adetikope, maybe you don't even need to hire land. There is some sectors I mentioned, there is some sector or some space when you go there, the land also can be free. So we are working on those two things, and I think soon we get good results.
Thank you.
I think we have to take the conclusion not with sir. We will definitely take your question later on, because the Algerian people, they already tired because they already started from the New Delhi at night 2:30 today, and they are very tired. So they requested repeatedly that we have to start, because after President 5-minute speech, we have to have a tea break for 5 minutes and then we'll start for the next program. Sorry, but you can definitely write a mail to m84@sgcci.in for any damn problems. We are there to solve your problems by connecting this embassy, sir. So now I request Mr. President for the conclusion speech, sir.
Good afternoon, friends. First of all, I would like to welcome on behalf of the more than 12,000 members of the Southern Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Yavo and Mr. Maja. I am thankful to you on behalf of SGCCI that you spared your valuable time to share with our very enthusiastic business members here, and to hoping for increasing the bilateral trade with Togo and India. મિત્રો, આફ્રિકન લેંગ્વેજમાં યાવો what I mean is, હું જે ભણ્યો છું કે સમજો છો તે, a charming child came in the hand associated with land, if I'm not wrong. ધરતી સાથે જોડાયેલા જે માણસ હોય ને એને યાવો કહેવામાં આવે છે. સો એ ધરતી સાથે જોડાયેલા છે ને માજા મીન્સ પ્લેઝર, આનંદ, સુખ. સો આ બંને બાબત આમ સમાનતાવાળી છે કે એવું કહેવાય છે કે નરેન્દ્ર મોદી છે ધરતી સાથે જોડાયેલા છે એટલે સફળ થાય છે. એની બધી બાબતોનો વાસ્તવિકતાનો ખ્યાલ હોય છે ને એટલે જ આનંદ હોય છે, એટલે મજા હોય છે, માજા હોય છે. So in this way, we have a maja having a yao at our premises. So sir, thank you very much. And let me say, Mr. Amit Mulani is with us with an ambition of making a maximum figure of exports from India to many countries and to make people aware. And Mr. Paresh Bhatt is our CEO, making large efforts to make you prepared and aware about the opportunities what we have in our hand and abroad. In this way, dear friends, I would like to welcome all of you, spending your valuable time here also. SGCCI જે મિશન 84 હાથ ઉપર લીધું છે એનો માત્ર ને માત્ર આશય એ છે કે આપણા તમામ બિઝનેસમેનને ભારતમાં અને ભારતની બહાર અઢળક માત્રામાં પુષ્કળ માત્રામાં બિઝનેસ મળે. ઘણીવાર આપણે મંદીના સમયની ફરિયાદો કરતા હોઈએ છીએ કે મંદી છે, રિસેશન છે, વેપાર નથી થતો, આવું બધું થતું હોય. બટ ધ વે હાઉ કેન વી ફાઇન્ડ આઉટ ટુ ગેટ આઉટ ઓફ ધ recessional period of the economy. So I think this is the way to open the borders of the country and have a FTA and have a bilateral trade. તો એવી રીતે આ મિશન 84 અંતર્ગત આપ સૌને એક પછી એક કન્ટ્રીમાં એક્સપોર્ટ્સ વધારવા માટે અને તમારા બિઝનેસને વધારવા માટેની ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી અમે આપી રહ્યા છીએ. એના માટે પ્રયત્ન કરી રહ્યા છીએ અને મેક્સિમમ માત્રામાં આપ લોકો એનો લાભ લો અને આપના સૌ મિત્રોને જણાવો કે આ એક ઇનિશિયેટિવ SGCCI ના પ્લેટફોર્મથી શરૂ થયું છે. તો આપણને સૌને જેટલો મેક્સિમમ લાભ લઈ શકાય એટલો આપણે લઈએ. અને ફોર યોર કાઇન્ડ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન કે વાઇબ્રન્ટ ગુજરાત સમિટ જે હમણાં આવી રહ્યું છે એમાં પણ ગુજરાત મીન્સ ગ્રોથની જે સ્ટોરી છે એમાં પણ એક્સપોર્ટ્સને વધારવા માટેના સ્પેશિયલ ઇનિશિયેટિવ લેવાઈ રહ્યા છે. ત્યારે ભારત સરકારનું જે લક્ષ્ય છે તે અને નરેન્દ્રભાઈ જે ગોલ આપ્યો છે તે 5 ટ્રિલિયન ઇકોનોમી બાય 2027 અને $1 ટ્રિલિયન એક્સપોર્ટ્સ બાય 2027 and $2 ટ્રિલિયન એક્સપોર્ટ્સ બાય 2030. એ એચીવ કરવા માટે નરેન્દ્રભાઈ ક્યાંય બિઝનેસ કરવા જવાના નથી. એનો ધંધો એનું કામ ધંધો નથી, ધંધો કરવાનું કામ આપણું છે. વી શુડ ટેક ધ બેનિફિટ. અને આપ સૌ આવો સાથે મળી અને ટોગો જેવા કન્ટ્રી, સાહેબે કહ્યું ભાઈએ તેમ કે 52-54 કન્ટ્રી સાઉથ આફ્રિકાના છે. એક વાત આપ સૌ સરસ રીતે જાણો છો કે જ્યાં સેચ્યુરેશન આવી ગયું હોય, સાંદ્રતા આવી ગઈ હોય, પરિપક્વતા આવી ગઈ હોય, ત્યાં ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી ઓછી હોય. જે ઓલરેડી ડેવલપ્ડ કન્ટ્રી છે ત્યાં તમને એ પ્રકારની ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી નહીં મળે જે ડેવલપિંગ કન્ટ્રી છે અથવા તો અંડર ડેવલપ્ડ કન્ટ્રી છે. તો આ આફ્રિકન કન્ટ્રીઝમાં બહુ મોટી ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી એટલા માટે છે કે ત્યાં હજુ ડેવલપમેન્ટ થવાનું બાકી છે અને ઘણી બધી ચીજ વસ્તુઓ ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચરથી માંડીને આ બધી બાબતો જોઈએ તો હાઉ વી વુડ બી એબલ ટુ મેક ધીટ possible. That will benefit not only to India but will benefit to each country also. Togo would be benefited by creating the facilities there and we would be benefited by providing them. તો બિઝનેસ છે એક હાથે ક્યારેય થતો નથી, બે હાથ મળે ત્યારે જ થાય. એક બાયર હોય ત્યારે શક્ય બને સામે સેલર હોય અને એક સેલર હોય તો એનું શક્ય ત્યારે બની જાય સામે બાયર હોય. એટલે ઇન ધીસ વે વી આર ગોઈંગ ટુ મેક ધીસ ઓપન. Again, I would like to thank you, Honorable Excellency, from High Commission of Togo, and I would like to thank you, all of you, my dear friend. Thank you very much. જે મિત્રો ચેમ્બરના મેમ્બર ન બન્યા હોય તે જુદી જુદી કેટેગરીમાં બનવા માટે વિનંતી કરું છું. એટલા માટે નહીં કે સભ્ય સંખ્યા વધારવી છે, એટલા માટે નહીં કે તમારી ફીની રકમ આવે એનાથી કંઈ સંસ્થાને બહુ મોટો ફાયદો થઈ જશે. નો, The thing important is કે ઇન્ટરેસ્ટેડ અને નોલેજેબલ અને રિસોર્સફુલ લોકો આ ચેમ્બરમાં જોડાશે તો અત્યારે મેં જ્યાં પણ હું જાઉં છું ત્યારે 12,000 મેમ્બર કહું છું તો લોકો આમ ખુશ થઈ જાય છે. તો એવા 25,000 મેમ્બર કેમ ન હોય? અને 25,000 ભેગા થઈશું તો આપણે કેવડું મોટું કામ આપણા સુરત, સાઉથ ગુજરાત ને ગુજરાત માટે કરી શકશું. That's why I would like to request to be a member. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. એક નાનો શબ્દ જે સાહેબે કીધું ને કે 12,000 મેમ્બર છે, મને એવું લાગે છે કે ગુડ ઇઝ નોટ ગુડ વેન બેટર ઇઝ એક્સપેક્ટેડ. રીઝન બી કે સુરતનું પોપ્યુલેશન 75 લાખ છે ઓછામાં ઓછા અહીંયા બિઝનેસમેન એટલે એન્ટરપ્રિનર્સ એટલે નાના મોટી એક સામાન્ય કરાણાની દુકાનથી લઈને કોઈ પણ બિઝનેસમેનની કેલ્ક્યુલેશન કરીએ ને તો એનો રેશિયો એવો આવે કે 16 લાખની આસપાસ આપણે ત્યાં એન્ટરપ્રિનર એક કે બીજી રીતે હોય. અને આ સંસ્થા એવી છે કે નેટવર્કિંગ માટે સૌથી સસ્તામાં સસ્તી કહેવાય. જે આજે 15-18 હજાર રૂપિયાની અંદર લાઈફ ટાઈમ તમને મેમ્બરશિપ આપતી હોય, જ્યારે બીજી તમે કોઈક નેટવર્કિંગ ક્લબ જોઈન કરો ને ત્યાં લાખ રૂપિયા અને 2 લાખ રૂપિયા વર્ષના ભરો છો. અહીંયા તમને જેમ સાહેબે વાત કરી ને, અમારે તમારી મેમ્બરશિપથી ચાલે એવી જરૂર નથી, કારણ કે આજ સુધીના કાર્યક્રમો, આજ સુધીની જે સ્થાવર મિલકત છે એમાંથી હજુ અમે 25 વર્ષ ચલાવી શકીએ એમ છે. પણ આ તમારા બેનિફિટ માટે છે. અને હું એવું ઈચ્છું છું કે સાહેબે જે કીધું ને, તો 12,000 થી આ આપણે 16 લાખ સુધી તો આપણે મેમ્બર કરી શકીએ, એટલે એની ચાન્સીસ છે. દરેક વ્યક્તિએ મેમ્બર થવું જોઈએ હું સ્પષ્ટપણે માનું છું. અને કઈ નહીં તો આ વર્ષે 84મું વર્ષ છે સાહેબ, 84,000 સુધી બી પહોંચી જઈએ ને એવી મારી આપ સૌને અપેક્ષા છે. દિલથી કહું છું અને તમારા બેટરમેન્ટ માટે કહું છું.